Hey, welcome to Saturday Night D&D with DM Brig. We're back to the Lost and Found campaign.
Holy shit! We're arguing about. I guess we're not even arguing. We're actually agreeing loudly.
That's just how y'all do.
I had to think about it. I almost used the word argued. I'm like, we didn't argue at all, actually. We just agreed loudly.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Well, I agree with you too. Handshake.
Good. I'm glad we could come to an agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, catching everyone up. We're still missing a couple of characters due to our multiple personality disorder ranger still being in another game. But he was there on last weekend. So the internet missed out. Last weekend, we were all mostly in person down in the BFE, Texas, sitting around our other DM's table and starting back into the shenanigans of this campaign. Does anybody want to try and recap? I mean, you could probably do a TLDR in about one sentence, but...
They got college students drunk.
We did do that.
It
is less sinister than it appears. And you're
And then we
somehow
kidnapped them.
exactly as sinister as it is.
D&D badly explained. We got college kids drunk.
Oh, shit.
And then we stole their IDs.
Yeah, you
That
did.
is identity theft.
In the most literal sense.
Is that overpowering, or is that just background?
Sounds fine to
Pretty
me.
good background.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying to
So
figure out
yes,
why
we
my
have.
machine isn't working.
Oh yeah, I see Lucky and Just Lucky. So our crew has now collected a quartet of college students from the local law school who are minus one willing participant who will see you tomorrow. The other three are now drugged and bound in the back parlor of your host for antics here in the city of Ribcage. But it's okay. It's like an unused guest room. Should be fine. They'll just have a hell of a hangover. With IDs, well, yeah. With ID pendants in hand that will let you pass as interns for the judge for the Court of Cinders. Everyone was ready, I believe, so I want to double check. Everyone was ready for the following day for the events to kick off, where we've got one party heading into the city of Dis to be the receiving end of a heist operation. Another party going in as interns to the judge's chambers to look for the Vox Populi. Here, I've got an image I can share with you. Where'd it go? Let's see if I can do this right. That's the... I don't know, did that share correctly? You guys see a staff?
Stick? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That is the artifact you're after in the judge's chambers, which is going to be your source of leverage to then blackmail or otherwise coerce this judge into setting free your friend Felix, who is currently in a very potentially lengthy interim stay in the iron prison there in Ribcage, awaiting trial for crimes against Asmodeus. Or at least those are the claimed crimes. Oh, that's what's moving. Okay. I've got the screen up, or the game up on the screen, and something started wobbling. So yeah, I guess pitching back to you guys, and still killing time because I don't see Nick yet. does everybody have what they need, or is there anything else you want to do in preparation before everything kicks off tomorrow?
This was we're the next day, correct?
You're just wrapping the evening of law school student
I
kidnapping.
just didn't know if I need to roll new portents or not.
I mean, you can
think
go ahead
you
and just
do.
figure those out now.
Yeah.
We got. Ooh,
Those are good.
Solid.
you can mess up my day with those.
Oh dang, I have level 6 spells.
So going down the list, just as a refresher one more time, Blaskin and Flint, you're going to be heading into the court to keep the judge busy. Believe there's a dispute about land, there's a land dispute, and that's all the details that are left on the sheet. Wavash, Lucky, and Gumbo will be going in as the interns alongside their friend Jeff, an aspiring lawyer. And then your drow friend Y'all, along with Will and Lily, are the receiving team. Team sneak through the city of Dis and don't get killed on the way. There's Nick.
Hello.
What is the... man, what's that buff spell called that gives you advantage on checks of a certain type?
The enhanceability? Level 2?
Enhanceability. Can I buy a scroll of enhanceability for charisma?
Isn't scroll like whatever stat you want when you cast it? Like, I don't think you have to get it for a specific stat.
Oh, I guess you're technically right. That's just a weird... Huh. It feels weird that I could use it for both strength or... like, strength or charisma, you know? That's why I just... Doesn't matter. Point is that I'd like to buy one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can retcon in that you went and acquired one of those.
Nice.
I'm gonna say for a spell scroll, the standard like 25 or 50 gold per spell level. Anybody know that off the top of their head?
What now?
Nope.
Cost of a spell scroll.
Definitely something per spell level.
Per spell level. Is it 100?
Yeah. I don't know if it was that high. Oh,
Transcribing it takes 2 hours and 50 GP per spell level. So if they wanted more, if they wanted to make a profit, 120, 150 would be pretty.
oh, here we go. So a level 2 spell is going to be an uncommon level. So that's between anywhere from 1 to 500 GP.
Okay. What do you want that at?
Go ahead and roll me a d10. See how lucky you got. 250.
Damn. Okay. I'll pay that.
Okay.
So I'm down to 160. Okay. Okay.
Nick, are you
Oh.
good from our recap last week?
Am I? I should be good. Yeah.
Okay. I've got too many things with notes on. I'm trying to figure out how to open this laptop without blocking my keyboard. And we'll see how that goes. Cool. So you guys bed down for the night. Jasper will come and wake you up in the morning unless anybody's an easy early riser and can take care of that themselves. At some point in the evening, I don't think there'd still be some people awake. You do notice that Y'all kind of quietly rejoins the party. nudges a couple people, but makes her way over towards Will or Lily, or if you guys are together making any kind of plans. Are you talking to yourself, Will?
Yeah, but I'll spare you guys from it.
So y'all just kind of sits down next to Will and Lily.
We're just talking about being really sneaky.
Sneaky.
Like a snake. Snake.
She's like, well, nope, I've still got Jasper in my head. I've brought back something useful. And she puts a small, like a fist-sized vial that, as she opens her hand and places it like on the floor in front of you, it just emits like this yellowish glow. This is radiant dust. You can coat your weapon with it. It will enhance it to do radiant magical damage.
I've read that book. Radiant Girls. That they got poisoned, right?
Oh, damn it!
Did I get you?
That one took me a second. Yes, the ones that worked on the watches, right?
Yep.
Just be
Those are
very
the
careful with this one.
Okay.
If you get it on your like, if you're not careful with the application, it gets everywhere. And if any knot on your weapon or anything on any other part of you is going to glow pretty well for about 8 hours. So mechanically, you've got a vial of radiance dust that's somebody give me no, never mind, I found one. Oh, nice. So this is 5 applications. One application is good for 8 hours. Basically converts your weapon's damage to radiant damage. However, you roll a sleight of hand check when applying. If you fail the DC on the sleight of hand check, you will also either depending on how badly you fail it, your hands at a minimum. This is basically crafting herpes. You get glitter everywhere, and you will be emitting a noticeable radiant glow for 8 hours.
Can I give myself like an assistance?
Can you give yourself an assistance?
Yeah, like could Will help Lily or Lily help Will? Like roll
I don't
like a slight advantage or something.
I think this is the kind of situation where it's too many cooks. I don't know that having somebody else hold part of the equation is going to make it any easier to apply this to a weapon.
Okay.
Like, I think the benefit of having assistance would be counteracted by, like, you're just not a perfectly coordinated pair.
Gotcha. Well, they both have the same sleight of hand, so I guess it doesn't matter. When should I, is this something that I should wait to roll before we begin, or if I roll it now, will we just say I do it right before we leave? For the 8-hour thing.
If you apply it, are you asking if you apply it now, or just if you want to roll and see how you do?
Yeah, well, exactly. Like, I'm going to apply it, but like, are we about to get started?
So she's arrived the night before.
Okay. And so this is the night before, so we would want to apply it then, like in the morning before we left. Got it.
Potentially, yes.
Okay. I'll hold off then. I'll roll when we're ready to go. Just let me know and I'll roll.
Okay. And then she also sets a kind of clinking canvas bag down on the floor, and you can see there's kind of shapes inside it, almost apple-sized.
Mm-hmm. Did you find me some hell apples?
Those aren't the thing.
You don't know about them either.
She undoes the cinch at the top of the sack, and you can see there's also a bit of a glow coming from this one. But this is more like a whitish blue energy that or aura And as she reaches her hand in, you can see it actually, the color changes a bit as things clink around. But she pulls out what kind of looks almost like a Christmas ornament size, like crystalline glass sphere with like very detailed, like almost like a gold filigree cage on it. So different lines kind of running around it, kind of enclosing the glass sphere itself. And then there's like a moving, energetic light in the center. The one she's holding is like an off blue, kind of baby blue. So I've got a dozen of these, and I think, well, depending on where people are going, everyone might benefit from having one or two on their person. Hope no one takes offense, but these are distilled soul baubles. Very valuable.
Soul.
Very valuable depending on where you're going. You might need to barter for your life, depending on how things go. Or distract, or, I mean, they're very...
Oh, you mean there's a soul in these, and I can sell somebody else's soul?
Yes. Basically.
Are these souls ethically sourced?
I'm not sure you want me to answer that.
Just tell me yes.
Yes.
All right, works for me.
But she'll kind of look around the group. It would be wise maybe to have one of these on your person, just in case. A little goes a long way. It's kind of the equivalent of dropping a large handful of money in somebody's palm. Or, depending on the mental fortitude of the one you're talking to, throwing it down the hall and watching the puppy go chase it. But if you guys would like to acquire any of these, she's got enough for everyone to grab one or two. You'll notice they come in different colors, ranging from like deep crimson to like browns, greens. There's a lot of kind of off-whites.
Yeah, I'll take one. Very generous of you to offer.
Thank you.
Let's just say the previous owner is not going to know they're missing.
Oh, these were also not ethically sourced then.
I didn't ask.
I put it on anyway. The red one.
I mean, it's just an object. It's not like necessarily wearable, but you can keep it in your bag.
I'm sorry. Back up. What is it? I missed something. I thought
It's a sphere about the size of an apple, like a glass. Think like Christmas ornament size.
Okay. Can I hang it from my body like a Christmas ornament?
I don't know. If
As
you
much
want
as you want to
it.
dangle a large gold clock around your neck.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I.
That'd certainly be a
pocket it.
fashion statement.
I'll pocket it. Fine.
Okay.
I'm not disappointed.
I guess I'll take one.
I guess I will also take one. All the cool kids are doing it, and also Garrett.
Who? Who's Garrett? Who's Garrett?
That's
Is he in
me.
this game?
Also, Garrett.
I'm right here.
No, you didn't put a red thing on.
Yes, I did.
Nope. Flint Wintermite did.
I don't think so.
So I'm also, both of my characters are going to put one on.
So we'll say everyone's got one, and then y'all has a bag with like 3 left in it, which is fine by her.
God damn it, y'all.
She's the one going to hell, right?
Yeah, she's coming with you.
Exactly. She needs all the help she can get, guys.
I noticed you have some new guests in the other room. I
I
take it
looked at
things
the
went
others.
Yeah,
correctly.
hopefully we'll get them back home by the end of the day.
What do you mean by that?
We're not irresponsible kidnappers.
Yeah, we'll just plop them back in their school when we're done, right?
Yeah, actually, we're not kidnappers at all. We're allowing them to sleep off the effects of too much alcohol. And will wink at Blaskin.
And sedatives.
Why
I was
would you
gonna say,
make
is
it-
that all they drank?
Yes,
so
and he will wink at you too.
I don't understand. I don't drink alcohol. I can't drink.
I think they poisoned them.
I thought these
Yeah,
were ethically sourced college kids.
Flint, go ahead and roll an insight check. Will, are you even try?
No. Oh yeah, was Flint not there?
Flint
No.
was not there.
No.
Flint and
Oh.
Blaskin weren't there.
Oh shit.
Neither
okay.
of us were.
I'm not trying
Blaskin,
to lie to
you watched them walk up with the group.
That's true. I was a dog, though. Maybe I don't remember because I have dog memory.
You know what? I'm gonna roll because hopefully I'll roll
Yes.
a natural one, and that would be funny.
What are you
Yeah,
going to do
close
if you roll a 20?
You you
Still lose.
you notably wink like with like stage timing and no subtlety. There was definitely something besides alcohol in the process there, Flint.
Flint, you don't think they poisoned them, do you?
I know they did.
Well,
was kinda hoping
alcohol
you-
is technically a poison.
I was kind of hoping you'd say, no, they didn't. Just leave Blaskin in the dark.
I would never lie to Blaskin. Blaskin's my homie.
Blaskin's like everybody's homie in this party. I'm the only person with no enemies. Time to fix that. Alright.
Y'all's just gonna smile as she kind of leans back on her pack and kind of settles in for the evening. Oh, poisoning. Never thought they had it in them.
Disappointed.
If we're lucky, we don't have any poison in us.
Yes. Correct. Should we go?
Yes. So, barring any other shenanigans in the evening, we're gonna say you guys get your full rest.
Awesome.
I don't know if anybody needs to mark spell slots or I forget where I pressed the button to let you guys sleep. I think it's rest.
I hate that
Oh,
I'm going to ask
there you go.
this, but I was not there for the last time that we played this, Brandon.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, this is like the 100th
Yes, you
time
were.
I've asked because I never retain this memory. What is this case about again? This like farmland case?
So technically, you have not missed any sessions of this because the last time we played was 8 months ago, and I listened, and you went library researching, and then we were all there last weekend. But there is not much to go on in this case. You guys your goal is to keep this judge busy because you need him to stay out of his chambers while the interns do their thing. So
Okay.
you have learned that the spot that you're taking, and no one has explained the logistics of this, so just trust Jasper knows what he's doing. There's a spot on his calendar tomorrow in the morning where he is presiding over a case between two individual parties who are fighting over a land dispute. That's all the notes were. That's all the notes he has. So you can take it from there, but your goal is to keep him busy and not suspicious.
How far away is this farmland?
Where do you want it to be? I mean, that is the extent of the details.
Close enough that I can walk to it, grab something, and come back before the court case begins.
So there isn't a specific place listed in the details. That is to be presented by the parties. So you can make this about wherever or whatever you want it to be, if you think it's going to help you keep him busy.
Okay. Brandon?
So if you want to flashback to something that you went and acquired, go ahead and paint that for me now.
I would like to go to the farmland, and I want to... I can sneak in if I want. I can use wild shape if I need to turn into a mouse or something. What exactly is being farmed? Do you, like, just foodstuffs? Or...
This is all blank slate, like blank check. The only details this judge has is it's a land dispute, period.
Okay.
You can make it about anywhere, anything.
Okay.
You're going to be presenting it.
I'm going to dig up one of the farm plants that they're doing. I'm going to just say it's evil corn, hell corn, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to dig up a hell corn sapling and put it in some dirt, and I'm going to put it in one of my lanterns and bring it with me.
Okay.
That's it.
This druid keeps planting stuff on my land, and he won't stop.
Yeah, Flint, do you want to ask him any questions about this?
Is he just running off?
Because you got to play opposing counsel.
I mean, I guess we should work together.
Yeah, we're kind of painting this in retrospectively or retroactively.
Yeah, Blaskin just like walks in with a very small corn stalk.
Go on.
Dude, you gotta ask him. I'm just walking in. I'm going to my room. I've just got this corn stalk. Are you just looking at Blaskin and saying "go on" when he walks in?
Why, Blaskin?
Why what? Oh, this? It's a witness.
A witness?
Yes.
Do you think his testimony is admissible?
I guess we'll find out when we get there, really.
We're playing by Ace Attorney rules, where you can have a parent testify.
I don't know, Brandon. Did my research turn up that plant testimony is admissible?
You feel so if this is... What did we say? That you feel like you have all the right vocabulary to sell whatever your pitch is going to be.
Okay.
Do keep in mind, you guys are playing opposing parties. So whatever you're arguing... You think
you know what?
Flint should probably know what your argument is so that he might be able to have some good rebuttals.
I will throw you both in a quick group chat just to tell you two what my plan is.
Okay.
It is not a big deal. It is not huge. It's just something that will almost certainly take forever for the judge to get through.
I don't know
If
what
the
was
dirt
supposed to
doesn't
happen
fit,
there.
you must acquit.
Oh, I see what happened.
Are we in agreement on that?
mean, it's planned.
I I was sitting there, I'm thinking, like, how can I eat up as much time as possible? And I was like, this is a great idea. Because then you'll also get a chance to cross-examine it. Flint will also get a chance to go up there and do that.
Incredible.
All right, I'm good.
Okay. Then yeah, you've got what you need. Then I suppose you guys have your long rest. The morning comes. I mean, it's a fairly, I would say, Blaskin and Flint, you guys probably have can wait the longest before heading out on your vector. The folks that need to go meet up with Jeff at the school, and Will and Lily and y'all. Actually, no. Never mind. I'm correcting myself as I go. We're going to say school party, or no, intern party and hell party leave early in the morning.
Yes, sir.
So we'll follow... You know what? We'll go with hell party first. Jasper has given you a kind of weird two-tiered teleport key. Looks like some kind of, bizarre... I don't know if you saw the Uncharted movie, like the weird double cross.
Yeah.
And has instructed you that there's a kind of older like outhouse crammed between a brewery and a storage warehouse about 10 minutes away into the city proper outside of Harmonette. You're easily able to make your way over there, and it's almost squished. Like it appears the brewery has been sagging, and so the wall is pushing out, which means that you've got kind of an hourglass shaped tiny little outhouse smushed between these two buildings. Looks very out of place. But sure enough, on the front door of this thing is like a slight, like less than a centimeter recessed into the wood shape that matches the key you're holding.
Okay.
Y'all is
Wait.
going to... Yeah?
Before we get too far, I didn't do those sleight of hand checks.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check for... well, what are you applying it to?
Oh, that's actually a good point. Would I be able to apply it to arrows as well?
Since that is less... yes, but it's... So it's not as much coverage required as a full, like a blade or, hammer. So we'll say you could cover about a dozen arrowheads with one application.
So will put it on his swords, both of his swords. And Lily will put it on her arrows, assuming she also rolls good enough. I assume a 19 is okay. Guess we're gonna find out.
Wait, so that's...
Lily's roll. 11. So Will rolled a 19, Lily rolled an 11.
Will's going to need to roll twice because he's applying it to two weapons.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Just roll two 14s for me there. Okay, so Will, you're fine. Both your swords have a nice glow to them when they're sheathed. It does not emit from the sheath, so you can keep it kind of subdued. Lily has a pretty good time, or is pretty successful about getting on most of the arrowheads. Does get some on her fingertips, unfortunately. So she did not pass the check. So those are going to be they're going to make it harder for her to hide.
Can I like wear gloves? Would that help?
Whatever you had on your hands at the time is what it got on.
So could I put on a new pair of gloves or take off a pair?
Does she?
She does. If you look
What
at
would-
her, actually, if you look at her picture, she's wearing gloves with holes for the fingers, so it's actually on her fingers. So she could just get gloves that actually cover her fingers. Nah, she wouldn't do that because that would fuck up her archery. Never mind.
Okay,
She's gonna roll as is.
got it.
Unfortunately.
And then
Wait a minute. I have a fucking inspiration. Can I reroll that? No, I
Oh,
don't want
she
to waste
does
it on
have
that.
an inspiration.
Do I want to waste it on that? How bad? Do I know how bad it's going to affect the sneaking?
It's like a flashlight that's just staying on.
Ugh, that does seem kind of bad. If she like puts her hands in her pockets, does that help? Or like hides her hands like under cloth?
So yeah, if she like reaches into a cloak with her hands, that like if it's thin material, it's still going to emit through. But anything like I'm not even thinking of material right now. Anything thick enough, she can experiment with it for a minute and be like, okay, if I like wrap this around my hands, then it like dulls the light.
You know what? What do you guys think? Is for sneaking purposes? I mean, if we get into a fight and she has to expose her hands anyways, like that, I don't think that really matters all that much. But for sneaking, she just pocket those hands, right? I don't need to waste the inspiration.
Sufficient, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste the inspiration. I'm gonna go as is.
Okay, and then where did my NPC sheet go? There we go. Sleight of hand. Okay. Check. Y'all has very bright palms after trying to apply it to her sword. Well, shit.
Do we want to stop by a store real quick and maybe buy some gloves?
I think it will be fine.
Okay.
You notice she wraps her hand very deliberately onto the hilt, and most of the light is being blocked just by the tight grip. The way she rolled, she actually caught it in her palm and then tried to wipe it off, and it just smeared all around the inside of the hands. So it's just that plane. So if she has a really solid grip on whatever she's holding, it seems to disappear.
Okay.
But we'll see how that factors in. But why don't you go ahead and use the key? I'm not feeling the greatest about my hands touching anything else right now.
We'll go ahead and do that.
She's gonna accidentally scratch her nose. They'll just be like, pfft.
Yeah, don't sneeze. Whatever you do, don't sneeze.
Okay, so you place the key into the door. The little there's a star-shaped miniature window at the very top that suddenly flashes with a bright red-white energy. And immediately, you can already feel that the door itself, to the touch, gets instantly warmer. And then, almost as if somebody on the other end had just kicked it open, the whole thing just busts out on the hinge, with like a sudden intensity, and there's just this desert, like bone dry, scorching, like hot wind blowing in your face. But through the door, you see like a very like skinny alleyway. Just kind of a hazy red light, but it's the wall of the alleyway looks kind of dingy metallic, with rust down toward the street. The stones just look like parched and sun-baked, but you are currently in shadow there in the alleyway. Well, on the other side of the door.
Well, all right then. It's a little hot in here. I wish I had brought more apples.
So y'all is going to kind of fall into the rear of the lineup. Who do you want to go through first?
I'll put. I think Will's a little bit sneakier. Yeah, he's a little sneakier. So Will take the lead.
Okay.
And he is going to. We're gonna go ahead and get that pass without a trace going.
Okay. So, sure. Let's get a stealth roll from everybody.
She gets a +10.
Right.
As do all of us get +10.
Let's see.
Well,
it's just
so this is
the three of
the
us,
trio
so-
that's going into hell.
Am I with? Or
So
no?
Lucky,
No.
Lucky, Gumbo, and Wavash are going to be headed off to the school,
Okay.
and then be going into the Citadel, the Court of Cinders directly there in Ribcage.
That on there. So boom.
Damn,
That's
39.
Oh, okay. The +10 really came in clutch there for the 7.
No kidding. Y'all ended up with a 24 with your +10. She also. I'm just not rolling well so far, guys. This might be easy for you. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I'm getting some hella low rolls.
He's wasting all the low rolls with me.
Y'all rolled a nat 1 trying to pass that sleight of hand check, just for the record.
Oof.
But yeah, you're so 39, 22. Shit, I already forgot the math that I did. It was 20.
You said 24, yeah. For y'all.
I'll be fastest. I'm gonna move it. Bill isn't visible. Okay. As you make your way through the door, you start to just kind of take in the space around you. The alleyway that you're in, you're kind of dead-ended to your left. The door that you came through looks very out of place. Like it's just another skinny, almost looks like a locker door on this side, like a high school locker. And you still have the key on your person as the door closes behind you. Or do you want to let it close behind you? Because right now you can still see out back into Ribcage.
I mean, I don't know why we would want to leave it open, right? I look at y'all. Do we want to leave this open, or want this to close, right?
I'm pretty sure leaving it open is going to invite more people randomly walking through.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
It's probably best if we... You've got the key, yeah?
I'll let it close. Yeah, I'll let it close, and I'm going to test it. I'm going to try and open it again.
Okay.
From this side.
It closes, and you kind of have a moment of panic because right there in the center of the door where it was on the other side, it's just smooth, like mottled metal, and then after like your heart skips a beat, and then you look and all the way down like at floor level, sideways is the same impression. So if you test putting the key in down there, you do see a similar flash of energy, and the locker door like kind of comes loose, but does not bust open the same way the other side did. It's just less of like that negative pressure element.
Oof. Okay, that's good. That's very good.
Yeah, you're confident you can get back out this way.
Excellent.
Looking down the other direction, the alleyway stays very tight. It's like you're gonna have trouble even standing side by side. Like this is gonna be a single file alleyway for a bit, and it has a very kind of erratic wander to it. Actually, roll me a perception check as you kind of scan down the alleyway.
Okay. Is this just going to be with Will or with both of them?
Whoever. I mean,
Will's in the lead.
You're playing
so
two characters. Just roll whatever you feel like.
Okay. I mean, if you're gonna say whatever I feel like, Lily has one better than Will does. Fuck. I feel like rolling for both and sucking ass at both of them. Never mind.
There you go. Okay. You could almost swear, you're not sure if it's the heat, but you can almost swear that there's like just a bit of motion to the walls as you're looking down the alley. But regardless, it like there doesn't seem to be a lot of urban planning here. All you can tell is it kind of gives like kind of chaotic ghetto style energy, like the favelas in like Brazil, or those just
okay.
You know, the areas where it's like it's just been built on top of itself, and there's just little to no space between things.
Shit, we're in Rio de Janeiro.
And then as you kind of move along for a moment, kind of winding your way through, give me a dex save for both Lily and Will.
Dex save. Got it. Here's Will. Here's Lily.
Okay. Yeah, nothing. I was just looking to see if there was any kind of major fail there. Just because it's kind of almost an obstacle course moving through this. There's every now and then you come across piles of like trash or rotting. It was a piece of somebody at some point. You're not quite sure what species. But there was definitely some bones left. It wasn't a skull, so hard to identify. But just, you know, not getting caught up or tripping or falling on anything. The alleyway just starts to widen out a bit. And you can see you're kind of at a T intersection. There's like a wider street in front of you. You're starting to pick up little bits of sounds of motion. There's just kind of the wind whipping around. But as you're coming out of this very thin alleyway, you can also start to get a bit more of a view of the skyline. And what the element that immediately dominates your view is you can't quite tell how far away it is just because it's so tall. But imagine the Burj Khalifa from Dubai. Just
Okay.
this spire of like increasingly narrow pieces. Just like stretching up into the sky, except instead of like a nice glass edifice on everything, it's various manners of stonework, wrought iron. There's like some fencing and grills on different things. There's plenty of windows. Some of them are, you know, they're just open spaces. Others are actual glass that are reflecting kind of the weird twilight red light that's kind of diffusing everywhere. And some elements you can see are kind of detached and floating, like in a slow rotation around the spire that they're a part of.
Okay.
Um,
Sounds fucking cool. Can I get that? Can that be mine? I'm just thinking this in my head. I don't actually say this out loud.
Sure. There are also not bits. You can see, like, way up there, what look like tiny flocks of maybe birds or something winged that are just kind of lazily orbiting the spire, like just kind of staying up on those thermals.
Since it's canonic that Lily is very interested in birds, can she tell that they're not birds?
Go ahead. Yeah, she can. You can make a, since it's a specific like perception thing. Yeah, I don't know if that falls under perception or investigation, because there's already a target that she's looking at and she's trying to look closer. But she can. I mean, for birds, yeah, go ahead and make perception with advantage.
I don't think those are birds. What's that give me?
They're not birds. There's definitely more of a. I mean, it's hard to tell just because I mean they got to be thousands of feet up there, but just the kind of bob to the weighted movement, that's definitely more of a winged. Yeah, that's not hollow bones. That's
got it. So stay
probably
away
something
from
heavier.
That. You guys know those on like Instagram or TikTok or wherever, you know those memes of Suction Cup Man, the videos? Have any of you seen that?
No.
Like
okay,
climbing buildings.
Yeah, I just because Will's whole thing is climbing things. I just want you to know Will's thinking about climbing that building, just in the back of his mind. Do we have a map of where we're going, or did we already go over the map? Like, do we already kind of know our general?
So Jasper has not used that portal himself.
Okay.
He knew that it was going to put you close to the apartment building of the judge.
Okay. Are there streets in hell, as in like he gave us a street address, or like look for the building made of like, I don't know, rib cages?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Well, let's find this apartment building then.
So as you're coming up to the cross street there at the end of the alley, you do pick up on what seems to be like a sudden bit of more like audible, boisterous communication. What languages do you speak?
Between my two characters, I speak a lot of them. Let's see. We got some common, draconic, elvish, sylvan, undercommon, abyssal, goblin, infernal, and orc. Between my two characters.
Okay, who speaks infernal?
That would be Lily.
All right, so Lily is going to hear the equivalent of like what sounds like a shakedown. There's a deeper voice, and when I say deeper, this is like guttural bass notes, kind of deeper. That, yeah, not thinking of a good equivalent right now. Kind of pressing for like I've had to come look for you like 3 different times, and every time you've got a new excuse. Boss has run out of patience. You owe the souls today. And then this incredibly like high pitched whine comes out of 2 different mouths at the same time, just pleading. Like it's harder and harder to get more resources in this town. The streets shifted last week, and my usual route is completely blocked, and I've been trying to find another way. And just like this excuse starts pouring out, and they like the voice gets cut off. One of the voices suddenly gets cut off. You just hear this like melon splashing sound, and the other one like stops mid sentence and just like almost in shock. And we're gonna leave you guys there.
Cool.
Let's move over to our school group. So the Flint and Wavash, no, I'm sorry, Lucky, Wavash, and Gumbo. You guys are making your way to the school that same morning.
Yes, sir.
Easily enough, you head back to the dorms. Did you cast Seeming, Lucky, or something to that effect last time, right?
I believe so. List here.
Yeah, he did.
I made it where we all looked. So I know I used my disguise to help as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have seeming, so it couldn't be that.
Okay, maybe I was thinking of a different spell. I guess what I should ask above the table is, as you have kidnapped 3 students, did you decide to borrow their robes?
Would they fit? Would be the next thing. Because there was a dwarf,
I don't know
an
this.
orc or half orc,
Well, the half work might fit me.
and
Yeah,
what was
so
the
yeah,
other
the
dude?
half-orc-
Was he an elf?
yeah, there was let's see. No, sorry. Fennec was a tiefling, Darius was a half-orc, and then, yeah, Lyle the dwarf. So I guess the only situation that would really need some significant tailoring would be trying to put the
No, I do. I'm
tieflings-
sorry. I do have seeming. I found it. It's
Okay.
level 5. And it lasts 8 hours. So I would have to do it again the next morning.
Okay. So this is something that Jeff is going to bring up if it doesn't come up beforehand. That if you're trying to pose as other people and get into the court, like there's a lot of scrutiny around illusions and deceptive magics. So the better you can like actually present true objects and true like outfits, and just like the same way you weren't going to fake having those IDs. If you could somehow like actually be wearing school clothes,
Well, while we're in
that's
the
going to look a lot
dorm-
better.
While we're in the dorm checking things, it shouldn't be probably hard to find extra robes and then alter them for size.
So you got pretty close actually between the dwarf and the half orc. You and Wavash are going to be all right. So you're really just looking for something that would be more gumbo sized.
Well, I could get just another robe, I would think, and maybe use fabricate, or get several robes and then basically do that for all of us.
Does raw materials and products and material? Oh yeah, I could say you could. I mean, it's probably even fabricate's probably. That's what I'm looking for. Overkill. for
I'm just saying
altering
if need be.
one of their robes. Yeah. So yeah, you can. You've got resources at. Wow, can't speak. You have resources available, including the actual materials of the student uniforms, to try and fit Gumbo into something that doesn't look cartoonishly oversized.
If we had time to work on that last night, maybe. I don't know how to sew.
Yeah. That's something you would have had time to figure out.
Yeah, I would think that
As
I should
the-
be able to do it.
Does
Okay,
anybody else know how to sew? Or do you have spells?
I would
So I can
figure
totally
that
This is
something
something
like
swing it.
that would be included in like my disguise kit type thing. Being able to like just take up a seam here or there or something to alter without being a full seamstress.
Yeah, I think that's not like that's not outside the reach of your ability to apply that. What do you roll? Is it just a skill check with your disguise kit?
I would assume so. Let's see. Because I don't know how well I'm going to do this.
Really well. You get the sense that you might have missed your calling.
Maybe I was
very
a seamstress.
deftly. Yeah, very deftly rehemmed. The tiefling is going to find that their robe is like quarter length when they get it back. But you also like take in the shoulders without like any weird like pinched new like seam pockets or
That's probably from growing up on the
oddities.
streets. I had to find whatever rags I could and make them into fit, usable clothing for myself.
Yeah, I'd believe it after that performance. So, whereas the other guys were kind of in one-size-fits-alls, Gumbo, you have a bespoke student robe.
Wow, this turned out really good. Thank you.
Hey, welcome. Can do a little bit more than just do good things in the kitchen. Growing up on the streets, you kind of have to be a jack of all trades.
Well played. But yes, you arrive at the dorms and you find Jeff waiting in that kind of the midpoint of the second floor dorm hallway in that little study area. He stands up very quickly when he sees you coming, like kind of smooths down the front of his robe, adjusts the tie.
Yes. Good morning. I assume everybody is ready. Everyone have their IDs.
Kind of hold mine up.
He inspects really closely.
You could polish it a little more. But good. Yes, let's go do our student duty.
He's like projecting a bit and looking around to see if anybody's even awake and or listening.
Time to work.
I am excited for this internship.
Yes, this will be perfect for our resumes.
Our resumes, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you guys.
We go to there.
He's gonna kind of backseat drive the walk and just be along the way. He's like nervously chatting
I got beat up in that alleyway once. And someone stole my backpack over in that store.
Oh wow.
That's a good park for reading.
And yeah, follows you most of the way in to the city. As you approach I'm going to say it's like maybe a 25-minute walk. And as you approach the actual edifice of the Court of Cinders, just this large kind of obsidian series of like thick, what's the word? Brutalist architecture columns out front, kind of Judge Dredd-esque, I want to say. Very no nonsense. Like it's kind of gold trimmed obsidian stonework everywhere. So like you can the edges of the staircase stand out against just otherwise like a very ominously black floor. And then there's two what look like doors that maybe never actually close. Like you can't tell if they're just carved into the wall to make it look like open doors or if they could actually shut those. A good like 50 feet tall and 20 feet wide per door is the main entrance to the whole court building. But in past that front entryway, dwarfed by the size of it all, is a like series of like 6 to 10 like actual like clerk desks in the front entryway along each side. And this is where Jeff is going to kind of hurry to the front of the group. He's like,
Oh, I looked this up last week, just in case. And we're looking for the second to last one on the right. That's going to be for internships.
And kind of pulls you over in that direction. You come up and a kind of light, but like there's a tense energy behind this not superimposing, very red-skinned, like thick head of white hair that's pulled back into like a controlled ponytail to keep the hair out of the face, and large horns that kind of swoop down in the front. Devilish figure is going over notes when you approach, and like a I don't know if intensity or tenseness is the word I'm looking for, but there's just like when they speak, it feels like they're just holding back a lot of energy, a lot of something when they actually take the time to speak to you. Add identification. And immediately Jeff is like, he knew exactly where he was when he hung it on, but he's like patting around almost in a panic, and then very eagerly pulls the ID up, and he's holding it like right next to his face.
I hold mine up above my head.
You just see the hand sticking up above the counter.
Mavash just holds his normally.
Hold mine up. I'm just casual about it.
You see like a flicker of energy as they you actually so there's a flicker of red energy to their eyes, which is like kind of the same color as the skin tone, but then across the ID badges that you're all holding up, that same flicker of energy quickly like races through the numbers that are etched into those IDs, and then there's like without a word, there's just like a quick nod, and they flip like half of a book in front of them to another page, and quickly like scrawl something down, and then just you know where you need to be, and kind of with a wave of their hand dismisses the group.
I'm gonna
Oh, yes.
let Jeff lead.
Right. he's got his own elevator.
And he's going to lead you kind of around. So there's an inner hallway that looks like it follows the curve of the building, which is a very large circular structure. And so he's kind of, you can tell you're arcing around to the left, but you come up to what looks like a kind of brass, old school elevator entry that's got like an aging elven individual sitting there as the, I don't know, is it a, what do you call the guy who works in elevators? Is it an attendant?
Elevator operator.
Doorman.
Yes.
They're actually, they used to be called doormen.
So the doorman waits for you all to step on, just kind of counts. You can see visibly like 1, 4, okay. And then
I also have to apologize a lot to everyone. They were bellboys.
well, this very old bellboy
Bellman.
The bellman.
then kind of puts his hand into like an open apparatus on the side. It's like a full, almost like an open clock face, and there's a spot for each one of his fingers as he then like turns it like 90 degrees, and you feel the whole elevator just kind of shake for a second, and then just at a very quick pace starts like shooting upward into the building. And then just as abruptly, almost enough to kind of lift you off your feet when it comes to a stop, it reaches, I mean, your best guess is going to be, I don't know, 15 floors? Comes to a stop, and you're facing down a hallway that literally just has one door at the end. It's maybe 50 feet long. There's nothing along the sides, and then there's a singular doorway.
Oh, before we had gotten here, I'd forgot to say something because it's gonna matter on me picking something. Has Jeff worked here or before?
Jeff was waitlisted once.
But he's never actually been in here.
Correct.
Okay. Because I just didn't know if he knew of any invisible or ethereal things I've heard about. Because I've got my class ability of Third Eye, and it's currently on ethereal, but I can also see invisible. So right now, because I haven't changed it, if there's something ethereal that I can see through, within 10 feet, I can detect that.
I don't think. Hold on, I'm gonna have to double check something. Find it real fast. I'm not sure what I would be looking for. My gut says
invisible.
no.
Ethereal, I can see within 60 foot of myself.
Okay. But your class ability, you have to swap it between the two? Oh, you already put it up. So you did take a long rest.
Yeah, I just can't
So
change
you would
it
need to-
until I take a long rest.
Okay, so as of this morning, you could set it
Oh,
to...
no, it does say until I take a shorter long rest, or incapacity. You're correct. So I can kick one of those on if need be, whenever.
Okay, so for now, you're just going to say that this isn't currently active?
That's why I was asking him if he had heard anything. I just don't know if ethereal or invisible would be better for us. Invisible probably, but don't know.
Well, I mean, when I made the list last time, I started asking around, and for some reason, people just didn't want to give me any answers. I can't imagine why, but I did hear some rumors that everyone always, people who work in there know that it's serious, and there could be, we're not sure all the ways that he keeps an eye on his space, but nobody wanted to get caught doing anything bad. I wager he might have some kind of invisible, what would you call it? Like watchdogs or assistants, but I'm not sure because then shouldn't they be doing all the cleaning and the work? So, I mean, there's an equal possibility that he is very paranoid and therefore doesn't want anything in there, and just keeps good control of access.
Oh, right. Guess we'll find out.
Okay. Yeah.
I got it in my back pocket if it need be.
Oh, sweet. I mean, that would be useful.
But you approach the door.
Oh, right. I think we were supposed to...
He pulls his ID badge back out. And you notice that as he gets close, there's kind of a green glow just kind of attaches itself to the ID. And he just kind of he waves people up to the door. It's not like there's enough room for all of you to stand side by side, basically. It's a fairly opulent hallway for only one door. But this seems to be in line with this guy's vibe. But he kind of waves you up. He's like,
Oh, yeah, you have to present the ID. It's our ticket in. Again.
Yeah, so we'll
Thanks,
just
Jeff,
follow
huh?
your lead.
and as you get within range, it almost feels like a magnetic pull. That like even if you don't hold on to it, it like kind of pops up out of your hand a bit. And they all kind of stay in a line at the same height. So Gumbo's probably got her arm up. And once the fourth, once that same glow kind of crawls over and latches on to the fourth ID, you see the door, like the green fades and the door just kind of clicks and doesn't swing open all the way, but just kind of you can start to see into the space. But it does appear to be unlocked and accessible. Who wants to go through first?
Is he not going ahead and walking in? So we're following his lead.
He's just kind of paused right there.
Just kind of like nudge him in the back. Let's go. It's not dilly dally. Draw attention.
Yeah, of course. He reaches out and like pushes the door just a little, like he gives it a touch and then like pulls his hand back. I'm like not sure what to expect. But the door just kind of swings slowly open. And inside, you can start to see there's it's not massive, but directly in front of you, the floor is like this really nice posh carpeting, kind of swirled patterns that make your head hurt just a little bit as you try to trace them because they seem to like blend into each other. Like there's but there's kind of a sunken seating area, it looks like. Kind of similar to the front yard of that house near the Airbnb. So it's like there's a couple steps down, and then you can see 2 or 3 like nicely plush couches in like rich purples and greens. And there seems to be like a very well set and roaring like fireplace on the kind of fourth side, or the if you got 3 couches taking up most of the circle, that fourth quarter of the circle is the fireplace. Across the sitting area, the recessed couch pit, you see a couple kind of wide, but vertically kind of narrow, darkened windows, and all you can make out from here is that there's like kind of wispy clouds out on the horizon. And then off to the right, the room kind of almost curves around, similar to the curve of the hallway in the court building. There's like one of those room separator, like the wooden paper panel accordion room separators, and you just see like the edge of what looks to be a large, like some kind of bedding is behind that. And then even further around the archway from there is a kind of very long open table with various piles of papers, some inks and quills, a couple boxes, like small chests that are closed. And then at the other end is just like this, somebody had a really big breakfast. There's lots of bones and gristle and stems of various plants, just kind of a whole like organic mess just left there. Excuse me. But you kind of start to take in the whole space there. And
what are the?
Jeff is.
Do we know the layout? What we are supposed to actually be doing here? Not our mission, but as students, what we're supposed to be doing, so we can do that and blend in.
Cleaning, tidying, organizing, dusting.
I will grab a feather duster and start working the bookshelves while I check them to see if anything like secret doors or anything that opens something, like, oh, didn't mean to pull that book off the shelf and it was a switch.
Oops.
You know, I'm a little intrigued by those leftovers, actually. I might go take a look at those, clean those up.
Intrigued by the what?
Leftovers? So there was a...
Okay.
Like gristle?
Yeah, there's as you get closer, it's a fairly large size, like silver platter that all of this is piled up on, with some of it kind of spilling off onto the table itself. The table is like this dark mahogany, very, like, I want to say like 15 feet long, up against the kind of close wall that you came in through. Sorry, guys, I need to go get some water. I will be right back.
I will
was
take
gonna
this
be coughing
opportunity
into
to
the mic
take
the whole
dogs out
time.
then. Be right back.
BRB.
We're dehydrating him.
He's speaking
Time
so
to
much.
rehydrate him. Hydra. Him.
Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Is this his office? Is this the office we're supposed to find the thing in? Where are we right now? My Bosh?
I think we're supposed to be... I think this is where we're supposed to find the thing?
Is this his office?
Honestly, I can't remember whether we're passing them the thing or they're passing us the thing.
I got so lost in the, like, confusing carpet and the silver platter of goodies and the descriptions that I don't know where we are anymore.
Been lost in the sauce.
How are we getting the item out of here? I have non-detection. Would that work?
Okay, what you were lost, Gumbo, in something?
Oh, where? What room are we in? We're not in his office yet, right? Or is this his office?
Yes, these are his judge's chambers.
Okay. So the thing is supposedly in this room?
That is your God, that's a word that starts with an I.
Impression?
Yes. That is your impression.
Okay. Cool.
And yes, this is supposed to be, to Wivash's confusion from earlier, this is supposed to be the source of the item. You're supposed to be handing it off to the other team, because taking it back out through the door is frowned upon to the utmost degree.
You should just assume it's impossible.
So we got Lucky starting to check the bookshelves. Gumbo, you're checking out his breakfast leftovers.
I'm cleaning this plate, if you know what I mean.
Nice.
If I were staff, where would I be?
So, are you talking like just sliding everything into your bag, or?
No, you know what? We'll be civil about this. I will sample anything I cannot immediately identify, and we're just going to tidy up the rest normally.
Okay.
I like to think that Gumbo says sample and then eats all of it, and then says that was sampling.
So there's effectively like a picked clean grapevine, but just like more sturdier, like the grape, think like twice as thick. So almost getting to tree branch consistency that has been picked clean.
Wow.
But like you know how sometimes you pull a grape off and it leaves like that little bud that's got like the gel on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's little bits of that, but it's incredibly, like, if you get a little bit on your finger and try it, it's like super acidic, just like painfully, not burning your skin, but like sour to the utmost degree. In addition to that is some bits of, it seems like whatever the whatever had the bones was not cooked. So there's still a fair bit of like carrion meat on these kind of an elongated rib cage.
Scrumptious. He has a very refined palate, I see.
And then there's one, like, it looks like there's a couple cores of this type of plant have been, eaten down to the pith or whatever.
Are they apple-esque?
No, you find one that just had like a couple bites taken out of it. It looks similar to an eggplant in shape, with a almost banana consistency to the flesh of the fruit, but then a very hard, like, stone pit to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket that semi-intact one for sure.
Did you try consuming any or all of those?
We have a thing going on here. I really shouldn't potentially poison myself. No, I
Just
take the weird
sure.
fruit. I pocket the weird fruit. I
Okay.
kind of rub the weird juice between my fingers a little bit curiously. Leave the rest.
Okay. If you want to make a
Weird
note, you've
hell
got
eggplant to my inventory.
yeah, banana eggplant. It's a snaz company.
Yum. Okay, why watch Lucky?
Wuvash, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been looking for the thing we came in for. You know,
I'm cleaning.
kind of. He's kind of working his way around the room, kind of taking it in while he cleans. He's looking for a spot one might keep a, extremely important artifact denoting your station.
Okay. Yeah, give me a perception check. Jeff, meanwhile, has been like glued to the window. He's just been looking out and hasn't been saying anything. Wuvash, you're kind of standing back, and also like there's a lot of detail to the series of bookshelves that are on the far wall where Lucky has been like dusting and scanning over, and that's kind of that's taking your attention for the time being. So Gumbo, when you go to try and actually clean some of this up, give me a quick investigation check.
Sure. Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah. So you've got this tray of like, okay, bones. This stuff's gonna start to smell after a little while. It doesn't smell bad in here. It kind of smells like a curry maybe in the air, like a smoky curry. And you're like, well, where does all the nasty stuff go? There's got to be like, does he have a trash can? Does he have a garbage bag somewhere? Like, does he just throw it out the window? And you notice that at the other end of the table, there's actually a recession in the wall that appears like as you go over and investigate with that natural 20, appears to be a garbage chute for the whatever building this room is in. It's just from what you can tell, you grab a small box, pull it over, and step up and look into the opening. It drops away like down into nothingness. But there is some wafts of more garbage-esque smells, some rot, some death.
How big is this chute?
You might fit down.
Is it gumbo sized? Okay.
Yeah, just about.
Noted.
It's about this point where you hear Jeff's voice.
Oh my god. Where the hell are we?
And he's still just pressed up against one of those two windows on the far side.
What? What do you see out there?
Lot. A lot.
A lot of what?
I don't like heights. We're really high.
Oh yeah, I think
Oh,
we went
boy.
up like 15 stories or so. I don't know how.
This is way more. Whoa.
I want to go over and look.
The vista out the window, you have to be. I don't even know if you've been in a structure this tall. You have to be thousands of feet in the air. You see way down below Actually, you can't see straight down because you're right up against the glass of the window, and as you kind of almost push up on it to get a better view, the glass itself feels very warm. You see kind of wisps of cloud almost at your like elevation, and then you see a just sprawling, chaotic, like dense cityscape of smaller buildings just kind of crawling out, that filling this valley that you notice, like whatever this city is, that this room is present in, it does not look like Ribcage on the other side of the glass, but you were already somewhat prepared for that. The whole thing sits in this massive like caldera structure, so the city starts to slope up a bit at the sides, and then it's just like all black kind of mountainous terrain around the edge, where it's like it's distant enough that it feels like not like, yeah, distant because it feels not nearby. It's like kind of that illusion of distance where yes, there is obviously a point where the city stops, but at the same time it's far enough away where it's like it's kind of like the city just keeps going forever, but obviously there's a visual like end to it.
Oh, guys, you see, this is a hell of a view. We are way up here. Like, seeing edges of clouds. Come here. Gumbo, come here.
Am I tall enough to see through the window?
If somebody helps you,
Awesome.
or you could like pull a chair over.
Give me a
There's
boost.
at least like, yeah. Let's see. Where's passive?
I probably have to have one, too. I mean, where's my notes? I'm only like 3'2". So.
Yeah, I mean these aren't they aren't floor to ceiling like apartment building like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, these aren't floor to ceiling windows, but it isn't like way up high either. So you could probably just see over it. Lucky, like it's right there at head height for you at the bottom of the window. Gumbo might need a little bit of a boost.
Yeah,
but
help
yeah.
Gumbo if there's any chair or something.
Yeah, you guys you figured something out. Should just like drag
Very
it.
considerate of you.
There's like footstools down by the couches. Let's see. Is it listed? Oh wow. Okay. Oh right, it's in party sheet. I was looking for. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Now I got him. Wavash is there talking about the view out the window. If you come over to take a look, you also notice this little bit of like a silver glint that runs along the edge of both of the window panes, almost like a silvery thread.
Hey, Lucky, I'm not well versed in the magics. This silvery glint here around the edges of the windows, could that be indicative of illusion magic or something like that?
Hey, look, I check it out now that he's pointed it out. Is there any kind of studied knowledge or what it could be?
Give me a quick Arcana check.
Maybe they're astral windows, and it's like windows even have their own silver thread. Maybe that's what it is.
You're pretty sure this is effectively like an alarm spell. Like if you were to try and break
I
or
wouldn't mess
open the
with that.
windows.
Probably going to set off an alarm if we mess with it. Probably prevent people from trying to break in through the window, though. And I kind of look way down. I don't know how they're going to get up here. safely. Guess I could fly.
Do you think they could find where the garbage chute leads? Hypothetically speaking.
You say the garbage chute?
Yeah, there's a very convenient garbage chute right over there.
It's probably for like throwing all scrap, like the food that you're supposed to be cleaning up, which looks like you haven't done.
I'm working on it. Don't worry. But
Did you?
if we need to get
Is that grease on your mouth? Were you sampling?
no,
Were you sampling
no.
the gristle?
I wipe my face. This isn't about that. I'm just saying if we need an option of getting this thing out, it's an option.
Yeah. Do we know where it goes though? To retrieve. How big is it? Is it big enough for me and or Gumbo to go down?
It was just about Gumbo size. I think you might not fit.
I could probably
Is
fit.
that a fat joke? Pleasantly plump, thank you.
It's okay, Wivosh would not fit either. I think Jeff would even be a stretch.
Lucky, do you have detect magic or anything?
Yeah, I can do that. But
Can we take a look?
Do they have anything if we cast spells in here? They're going to be alerted. Anything? Are we allowed
Ooh,
to
I'm not
cast
sure.
spells? Can we use prestidigitation to help clean up? Do they allow little things? Is there rules we talk about that, Jeff?
I wasn't told not to use magic. I think even you can, finding the most efficient solution is very well rewarded, provided it is within the bounds of applicable law. And I don't believe any of the stipulations on internship duties had anything against cantrips or spells of the like.
Okay, well, I can do this, but it's a ritual. It's gonna take me like 10 minutes or so to kind of prep it, do it. I can start working on that. But still got to get cleaned up too, and look at other things.
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll start that.
I'm gonna. This is really high. I'm gonna go sit down.
Yeah,
Jeff
you
makes
take
his
a
way over to
breather.
Jeff makes his way over to the ring of couches in the kind of couch pit, and sits down, staring into the fireplace.
I'm gonna pick up the duster and just to test it out, I'm gonna cast a mage hand and start dusting high places. Listening for any alarms.
Yep. Roll me a perception check.
I doubt we're gonna hear any alarms that go off.
Well, I certainly don't.
Like, Gumbo told you to stay out of that gristle.
It's just
Cleo moment.
That was a performance roll. Why was that? Okay. That's not what I meant to roll.
Lavash is back there trying out his flexes.
Doing some interpretive dance.
What's
right,
your
let's-
perception modifier?
There.
Okay. No noise seems to be, or nothing seems to have changed after a quick mage hand. You've got the duster up, well out of your natural reach, working on various knickknacks. Looks like a couple different human skulls. You can't, from where you're at, you can't read what's kind of scrawled into the forehead of each one. Jeff is going to idly kind of stand up.
Hey guys.
And walks up to the fireplace.
I think I found
Jeff.
it.
Just right there in the
and-
open on the mantle.
As you look over, horizontally mounted above the mantle, just kind of recessed into like it's on a nice kind of golden. There's two claws or clawed hands that are holding it in place, kind of loosely.
I think I found it, guys.
And he reaches a hand up,
No.
and as his hand touches the staff, you just hear, and he disappears. And there's this is when you notice that right at the base of the plaque that's holding the staff, one little white like circle about like a dime size just starts to glow.
I'm gonna do
that
an arcane
doesn't-
check. Is that like a
could.
delayed blast fireball?
Go ahead and do your Arcana check.
Yeah, I'm looking for my page.
Can I do one as well?
Nice.
Man, you guys are rolling like gangbusters.
I've got 20s
no-
or ones. No in between.
You do not get the sense that there is any kind of a delayed blast going off. As best you can tell by the nature of what you're reading from what happened to your co-intern and the behavior of the mount, it's simply an indicator.
And what happened to Jeff?
He
gone.
disapparated.
He quite simply gone.
Well, it's either an illusion and he's in trouble, or he just kind of fucked up the whole thing for us. And now I'm going to start over on that. If you think we got time, I'll start over on that ritual because he kind of fucked it up. Be trying to yell at to stop him, kind of mess up my concentration.
Yeah, let's You know
And
what?
just keep
Is
cleaning.
it 10 minutes? 1 minute? How long do you need?
Yeah, I need at least 10. And we'll waste time
Okay,
talking.
I'm gonna scry on him to see where he went.
I'm gonna
and maybe
start
we
my
can
ritual
cut-
over.
We can cut to some other goopers while we're doing that.
No.
Nope, they're kind of irrelevant now. Y'all are all fucked up.
Do you want to cast Scry? Can you cast Scry?
Yes. Actually, no, I don't have the components.
Clairvoyance, clairaudience, something.
No, I don't have the components for that. Never mind. His fate is a mystery.
What does Scry take? Oh. Do you want to burn? Actually, I don't even know. Do you guys have luck points? Have you accrued any with this new setup?
No, we have not. We're sitting at 0 luck.
I was wondering. If this was...
Oh, do you have one?
I mean, mine was checked. I don't know if that means I have one.
Are you talking about inspiration or the luck?
No,
points for...
she referenced a luck point thing on her sheet.
Oh, that's the lucky feat.
No.
No, it was called
have
luck
lucky.
point.
Where at?
Where was that listed?
It's at the top
Notes?
of my powers in my actions tab. It just says luck point. With no notes.
Huh. Oh, right, because the character sheets got updated. So this
I
may
just
have been pulled from a
inspiration at the
different
top of
section.
mine. I don't have anything like that. Is this something like in the area like where you put it yourself?
It could have been.
Look under your abilities tab, see if there's something listed there. Because
No, I think it was maybe what we were doing with the stream points for this campaign. We were like doing a luck point system, or I don't know what it was.
yeah, we don't have any of them.
It's been a long time.
So here's what I will let you do. If you want, if Lily is willing to let you burn their inspiration, you could flashback acquiring what you would need to be able to use Scry if you thought it might come in handy during this event. If you have the resources for it and would have wanted to acquire something in preparation.
No, it's okay.
Okay. All right, so you guys are continuing to intern it up while Lucky starts working on his ritual cast of Detect Magic?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to pull away. The camera's going to kind of zoom out the window of that apartment, way up in the sky, fade to clouds, and then come back down at the back at the entrance to the courts as Blaskin and Flint approach.
Can we be wearing like slick business suits?
I have
Yeah, if you-
a good set of clothes. I know I have that suit that was made for me back in.
Oh yeah, I saw that on your character sheet yesterday. Bespoke maroon tuxedo.
Yes, sir.
Damn. I mean, I was thinking mine was nice, but probably
And
not as nice as a bespoke tuxedo.
we were invited to that dinner in fucking the desert town. Why can't I ever remember his name?
Oh, in this day?
In this day, and I literally only had armor.
That's
So
right.
Like, I should get something nice to wear.
That was before you had your wallet.
It was.
I'm like, glad someone shelled out for that.
Time to bust out the suit.
Nice. So you'll be rolling in a nice tux. Blaskin, what would you have liked to acquire?
A somewhat less nice business two-piece.
Okay.
I feel like
Feel
it would be
free to-
unfair if I was like, if he had like a bespoke tux, and I was like, I walk up in a better one. Don't worry about it not being in my inventory though, Lamau. So I
I
will.
didn't know if,
I
if
will-
you wanted to really play this up, like he's looking all nice and fancy, and maybe you're going like rustic farmer, or if you're trying to still.
I
look
want it to look
fancy.
like I went to multiple thrift stores before, and I like picked out the best that I could find. So it still looks pretty good, but it's like not tailored to my body shape.
Got you.
But I've done my
So-
best. Like most people won't notice if they don't look very close.
Okay. Okay. Thrifted cosplay tuxedo.
Sure. No shoes though.
No shoes.
I don't have any shoes on. I've actually just taken paint and put it directly on my feet.
You animal.
I have metal
I just-
feet. What do you want from
I
me?
just love. You can't come in here, sir. This is a black tie event. You're like, hold on, be right back. You just paint on a suit.
Yeah. All right, that's how we're going in.
Nice. So
Outside
Jasper
the front
has-
door, I'm gonna like grab Flint by the shoulder. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna play it up like we're enemies. I'm gonna be like, whatever happens in there, we can still go get something later on, right? I want it to be loud enough for everybody to hear.
I don't know if I can be friends with a criminal.
My jaw, my mouth doesn't move. You get the feeling. You see Blaskin's eyes like like narrow as they narrow on you.
Blaskin, I'm kidding. I was with you in I got you ice cream after we got out.
I'm gonna lean into his ear and be like, if I could cry right now, there would be tears.
We'll be fine.
It's alright, I've got my star witness right here. Let's go.
Okay, so Jasper has given you just kind of a cheat sheet of like guiding you into the courtroom, like which desk to go talk to say like, I'm here for this appointment. On your way out, since you were the last two to leave, you did see him like double check on a different room in the house, and you happen to notice two individuals seem to be bound and gagged.
Oh.
Do you need help with that?
No, these I didn't want anyone else showing up for your time slot.
Oh,
We've got this covered. My people are taking care of it.
we should go, Blaskin.
You can call me Mr. Blaskin when we're on business, thank you.
We should go, Mr. Blaskin.
Thank you, Mr. Wintermite. I almost called you Flintermite.
You should call him
Actually,
that in court.
Yeah, that's actually like a great nickname for you.
Flintermite sounds like a gum flavor.
Your senses.
It also sounds like one of those really corny, gun companies. Where they're like trying way too hard to sound cool. Anyway, yeah, we'll walk in.
All right, so you're able to check in at the correct desk. They direct you to up 2 flights of stairs, and you head towards a hallway. With as you're walking along, you can see there's various. They're all kind of identical, smaller courtrooms. A couple rows of benches in the back, and then 2 podiums facing like a central raised judge's seat. And you make it to your room, or most of the way down the hallway. You enter. You're the only 2 people in there for now. There's a bailiff individual, kind of a large golem-esque, like orcish gentleman, just like really widely built, like a refrigerator of a dude. But in the kind of robed official garb that you've seen kind of walking the halls. And they, in common, just take your podiums. Please wait for His Eminence. And just for giggles, let's see if I can share this correctly. This is going to be your combat map. Where's the share button? They hid the share button. No, it's right there somewhere. I'm gonna find it. I know I'm gonna find it. Drawing mode, eraser mode.
Or just drag it to chat.
I don't even see the shield. Like, I'm looking at it in image mode. Oh, drag record link. Pa.
Is that
Last
a
game
DM
we didn't see
screen?
that one. Nope.
Is that his health bar?
This is going to be your influence meter. You don't want to go left.
Gotcha.
So, as it stands, you are dead center right now.
just to clarify, who's prosecution and who's defense?
You guys should come up with that right now.
I'm prosecution.
Okay. I'm the other guy.
I'm glad we could agree on that.
Wow, that's a very. Oh, the judge has entered the chambers.
Did Brandon just get quiet for anybody else?
Yeah,
Sorry,
the judge
I
went
moved
to
away
the
from the mic.
Kitty cam.
Sorry, he woke up and started yelling at me. Okay, so yeah, you both take one of the podiums there in the chambers, and after a moment, a large, very opulent robed, kind of unhealthily overweight looking devil individual makes his way through the set of that's claws. Hold on.
No. Sorry, buddy.
You stop that.
Makes his way through the set of double doors in the back behind the judge's platform, and kind of slowly moseys up. What you can see now, there's a set of stairs behind the kind of raised desk of the judge's seat. And the bailiff in the back, you just hear, "All rise. His Eminence Judge Ethic presiding."
Yes, I know. Meow.
Oh my gosh.
Is that the judge? Did the judge say that?
Meow meow.
The judge
Meow,
also
meow.
has a cat that is deciding they need attention right now. But he speaks out as he reaches the top of the stairs and kind of slowly settles into the judge's seat, and deigns to wave a long fingered hand to the two of you to take your seats. Now, would y'all like to explain what we are deliberating here today? Who is representing the prosecution?
That would be me, Your Honor.
Yeah,
name is
Mr.
Lasky Greenheart.
Mr. Greenheart. And for the defense?
That be me.
Does me have a name or title?
Yes. Flint Wintermite.
Thank you, Mr. Wintermite. He grabs a small set of spectacles and places them kind of comically. He's got a big old, piggish nose, so it balances them ever so carefully behind the first ridge.
Dude, you guys stop. I don't know where this came from.
The judge is talking to his cat again.
And
Last time I bring my cats to a judgment proceeding.
no kidding.
Or maybe this is the beginning of a brand new trend.
I think he woke up and he's like, I had a dream where nobody was in the house anymore. Where is everybody? Okay, you gotta help me out here, bud. And would you mind explaining the nature of this here deliberation that has brought so much attention today? And if you recall, Jasper had said that quite a bit of money had been applied to. Now, how do I want to phrase this? He is presiding over this because the people involved paid a fair amount of money to make sure that it was done in front of him.
Is that all the info we have?
Sounds like all the info we asked for.
As opposed to like what? Is that all the info you have about the
case.
money?
What the original case was about.
So it's pretty open-ended on y'all's part.
Mhm.
He knows land dispute.
Okay. I'm about to spin a tale of bullshit like you've never fucking heard. Your Honor, my client alleges that there was this. They had a transactional deal that they signed a contract on that the land in question would be used to, in good faith and in good use. My client alleges that it was not used in good faith or good use. He's looking to recollect the land and impose a penalty on the defense here.
Very well. And the opening remarks from the defense.
Well, I've only really used the land to, grow the crops, and they've done well. I'm not exactly sure what got them all twisted up. I just sort of was someone's steer, and I'm sort of hoping it all works out for the best.
He pauses and just places his hands together and kind of looks between the two of you. What is the prosecution seeking for reparations?
The original transaction of the original gold in the transaction, Your Honor, and also any additional fees such as lawyer fees. Full reparations.
The original value of the land purchase?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, enough. Oh, no, that's cat hair in my coffee.
More
If
flavor.
we had one of those animatic animators right now, they would definitely be animating your judge, like with the cat.
All right. Blaskin, what? So this is our first skill off.
I'm sorry.
after
Did I actually go? I need to slightly retcon one thing. Before I walk in, that's
Okay.
when I want to use my enhance ability of charisma.
Okay,
That's why I bought the scroll.
gotcha. For yourself.
Yes.
Charismania.
Hold on. Okay.
Meter.
The use of reading a scroll is going to look enough like standard paperwork, note checking, in the populace that would be up in these halls, that it doesn't draw any immediate attention. So that's going to give you advantage on charisma.
Yeah. For an hour.
Okay. So what skill do you think you would be applying to kind of sell this opening gambit? Is this a Actually, no. I don't. So I don't want to. I don't want to lead this part. I want you to tell me what skill you're using and why that applies.
I mean, I feel like it'd probably, unfortunately, be deception. Or deception and performance, but it doesn't matter which one. They're both at -1 as far as mechanics go.
Okay. So if they fall into the same, so they're going to be the same dice roll no matter what?
Yeah.
Does one give you the advantage that the other doesn't?
No.
Isn't deception a charisma roll?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying they're both charisma based?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then go ahead and roll me a deception or performance check.
18.
Okay. And then Flint, what do you think your initial pitch? What would you be leaning into for that?
Persuasion.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
You've got to be fucking my asshole.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
now
strangle
here's where some of the
You talked like fucking garbage and slow. You should get disadvantage.
well, so this is the judge mechanic starting to play into this here. Blaskin, you get a bonus due to technical jargon and reliance on law. Flint, you're actually going to take a minus due to kind of
Self-representation, yes.
organic ad hoc approach to settling the dispute. So that's going to put
a humble farmer, man.
So Blaskin, that puts you at a 21. Flint, that puts you at a 24. So since now here's the other good thing. Since your numbers are within 5 of each other, you are maintaining the pace of courtroom antics. You're keeping things like there's deliberation to be had. Nobody is like clearly out in front. So then we're going to use his insight. Let's see where he lands compared to your score range. Where was it?
So, just to clarify, Brandon, the ultimate goal is to waste time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're keeping him, but it's not strictly. Well, we'll get to that. We'll just see how things start to. There's nuance to how you can waste his time. Okay, so that's he rolled like crap, so that's well below. So there's you haven't you're not triggering any kind of paranoia or insecurity or suspicion. You are keeping up courtroom pace, so that's going to move you guys one step in the positive direction. If you can stay in the green, you can keep him busy. If you start drifting to the red, this is when it's like, oh, I think you're going to lose him. So that's round 1. We'll come back to you now. Back in hell. With Will
low
and Lily and y'all. You just heard the altercation around the corner. Sounds like... Yes, we should just... Your guys' couple name is just going to be Willie. You just heard the altercation around the corner from where you are. You guys are still in stealth mode. Y'all is kind of staying quiet and crouching there in the alleyway. What's your... What are Will and what's Willie up to?
Well, Willie, or specifically the Will part of Willie, is going to peek out and see if it looks like they're going to move on, or if this is going to potentially be a more long-term problem. So, yeah, Will's gonna peek his head out into the alley to see what's going on.
Okay, so you're still moving around with the stealth roll that you started with.
Awesome.
So we're gonna say, I don't think I can beat that with a perception. 39 is gonna be hard to match. So you peek around to see a large bipedal, kind of yellowed skin, like long, kind of oily brown hair, almost like lion's mane going down a fair portion of its back. Definite some kind of devil creature. Huge kind of raised horns that start to curve back on themselves, and a large set of wings folded back. He's got a smaller, similarly winged, like purple-colored fiend that looks like it's got one head that's kind of just like mutely moving its mouth, like in shock, and there seems to be a second neck stub that's just a mess from the neck up. There's really nothing left. Part of the mess is now running down the wall behind it. And Will's not gonna...
What?
What?
Is this a two-headed, now one-headed demon?
Yes.
Oh shit.
There's also, you can see there's part of a mess on the larger devil's left hand, the one that's not holding the body of this thing up against the wall. You're also, you can hear just a little bit of like sizzling, like you're starting to get some bacon cooking, coming from the creature that's being held up against the wall.
Okay.
And then it's going to continue saying something in like a guttural, infernal speech. Will's not going to understand what he's saying.
Nope.
But it's like he's just making a point of like, and then with each like end of a phrase, there's like another punch into the body of this thing, of the smaller one with his hand, and then after the third phrase, he just like lets go, and the whimpering thing just kind of slides down the wall.
Okay.
And the head that's still remaining is just furiously nodding.
Okay, so my impression of this interaction is the big guy has made his point clearly, and is probably going to move on in a moment. The other guy is probably not going to move for quite a bit, and he could potentially be a problem. But he's also super injured and probably won't chase us. So I'm gonna pull my head back in and talk to Lily and y'all, and just I'll tell them that, and ask Lily, did I get it right? Is that what he said? Does that sound about right?
So Lily heard the original talk that was something to the effect of like a shakedown. Like he was
Okay.
demanding souls from the smaller one.
Gotcha.
And then this, as you kind of whisper that back to the group, Lily's gonna to mention, that. Well, you could play it out however you'd like. Lily would have heard in those last little bits, basically like, you've got one more day, or it's one more head. I want my souls, and then he let go. And the larger one is going. So, as you guys came to the edge of the alleyway, this was all happening around the corner to your right. As you were pulling your head back, the larger one did look like they were kind of shifting to then cross in front of the alley that you're in.
Okay. Yeah, let's hunker down real quick, and I'm gonna like wave at y'all and Lily to like kind of hide. I've got my cloak, which, I mean, obviously I can't throw over multiple people, but if I stand in front of them, I'm kind of hoping that that'll help a little bit. Is there any like, is this like a very clean alley, or is there like shit tied behind?
So you passed several like clumps of garbage looks like in one place like a series of like roof tiles had slid off and just kind of created like a pile of these metal shingles. So it's not, you don't think that it'd be uncommon to see like lumps and like it's not clean. It's not just like a perfectly empty rectangular space.
Perfect. Yeah, then I'll suggest that we let the big guy pass, and then once he's gone, then we can continue on our way.
Okay. Okay, that's still below. Actually, let's have. I mean, you still got pass without a trace. I think that's going to add up enough where you can still use your original rolls. Actually, give me one more stealth check. Yeah, one more stealth check for the group, because this is also about not making any noise. Like you're
Okay.
good and hidden in terms of like the shadows and visually you're trying to stay nondescript.
Okay, yep. Let's do.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. That's the second natural 20 on a stealth check.
29 and 39.
Will woke up and chose to not exist this day.
I am a phantom.
Okay. Y'all rolled. Okay. So even with the plus 10, that's 2 below this guy's perception roll as he's leaving. So effectively how this is going to play out is... Oh wow, I rolled like shit, which is actually really nice right now. Y'all goes to like, just without thinking, like, okay, let's hide, kind of rolls back and places her back against the wall. Immediately, you hear like this sizzling sound. She takes 1 point of fire damage, and kind of goes and then catches her voice as she pulls forward. And you see this devil kind of stop like most of the way past the alleyway, and then kind of slowly back up and turn and look, and then look even further behind. back at the one that he'd just been beating up, and then just kind of snorts and continues down the street. At which point, y'all will go,
Fuck. Don't touch the walls.
That's good to know. I might have been walking on them. Wait. Wonder do they burn if I walk on them? I'd like to just step real quick, see if my foot sizzles. I want to see if I place my foot on the wall as though I were going to walk on the wall, are my feet going to catch on fire?
You roll me a d6. You take 3 fire damage as you quickly kind of put your foot up, and then like you're used to the foot sticking, and so it's like it just takes you that extra second to like pull it back off. They will let you walk on the surface, but they will not protect you from the heat.
Okay, that is very good to know.
As magical artifacts, well, as a magical item, they won't get destroyed, but they're not as protective as they are simply like they make your feet sticky to the surfaces.
Gotcha. All right, well, now that we've got that out of the way, I think it's time for us to make our way to this apartment. So let's sneak on out of here and get past this guy. He might... give me a second. I'm going to peek at him again. I'm going to see if he's like passed out or if he's still like coherent.
He is awake. He is kind of... There's a very high-pitched kind of sniveling going on.
Oh, man.
And one of its hands is kind of holding the stump of the second head. And it's kind of trying slowly to kind of get back up on its feet. And it's just kind of jabbering to itself.
Well, I think we can sneak around. He's not really... Oh, wait, hang on a second. He's going to want souls. We count as souls, don't we? If he saw us, he'd probably want us. Am I guessing that right? I kind of look at y'all.
Last time I checked, you were alive. Therefore, yes, you have soul.
Okay. Like, he'd have to, like, chase us down and, like, fight us or something, right? He can't just, like, take our souls just by, like, looking at us, right?
Hey, Nick. Psst, psst.
Yeah?
We have some mouse tools we can use here. Don't forget.
I do know. I do know we have the Mouska tools, but I'm trying to avoid wasting them. Even though this demon getting fucking bullied for lunch money is fucking pulling at my bleeding fucking heart.
No. I think hypothetically, if this was Mickey Mouse, and we're all staring at the camera, like, and we have to pick a mouse tool to use, I think you know which one to use here. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Toodles. I mean, we're not in a rush, right? We can wait a minute. We can let this guy, walk away, right? We still haven't found the apartment. We don't know how close we are. I just realized how hard it is to converse with myself and bounce ideas off myself.
Do you know where this apartment is, or what we're looking for?
I don't know exactly what we're looking for. Do I? Wait, hang on. Pull out my notes. That wasn't. I don't think you told us anything about like the name of the apartment or what it looks like, right?
So all that Jasper had to go on in this instance is that since he hadn't actually been in the room, he just had information that his chambers were actually an apartment here in the city of Dis.
Okay. You know what? I've got an idea, y'all and Lily. But I'm talking to y'all because I'm not going to talk to myself. And maybe this is a really dumb idea, but maybe, just maybe, this guy out here would know something about an apartment that a mortal keeps in the area. And maybe, just maybe, we could bribe him with a soul or two to tell us where it is. I mean, he kind of needs some souls right now, so I feel like that might be a good deal for him.
That sounds like it would be everyday behavior in the City of Devils. I am behind this plan.
Okay. I am going to approach and talk to this guy. You two be ready to jump out and kill him with me if he decides to be a real jerk about it.
If he's 1% difficult, murder him.
Yeah, like, you know, if he says some mean things.
Well, it seems like we're just speeding the process along at this point.
Yeah, if he says some mean things, then you know he can say me. Oh, wait a minute, fuck, I don't understand him. All right, no, Lily, you have to do it. I just realized, oh shit, I gotta send Lily out there. You know what? Strength in numbers. How about the three of us just go out there? And, I mean, we could probably actually. Do we even need to give him the souls? We could probably just mug him. He just got his ass handed to him.
This is such a. Just watching the complete,
This has been such a
like,
wild
character arc
ride.
shift. Man, Will spends more than 5 minutes in a City of Devils and you just watch his morality meter go.
All right. Here, how about this? Plan A. We're gonna go talk to him. Lily, you do all the talking, and we'll resort to bullying him harder if he doesn't play ball. And then Will is gonna very confidently walk out of the alley and approach this devil, and Lily will hesitate for a moment and then quickly follow him.
Y'all is going to start following you guys. Will, as you come around and approach this creature, it quickly notices you and just starts kind of. It points like a clawed finger, like directly, like all the way out. It's equal parts like threatening and kind of like holding you at bay. Like the limb is completely extended right in your direction, and is just like snarling and kind of, yeah. To you, it sounds like these weird kind of yippy barks and kind of words stuck in the throat.
So I'm going to talk as Will, and let Lily do like the translating back to Will, but I'm not gonna obviously do the translation. I'm just gonna let you say your thing. I'll stop a respectful distance away from his pointing. I'll put I'll show my palms. I'll kind of do like that palms out gesture, like hold your horses there. Easy there. We're not here to mug you for souls. sounds like somebody else already beat us to the punch. We'd actually like to make a deal with you. We need some help, and it sounds like you need some help as well.
So you're going to Lily would have heard basically
Stay where you are, stranger. You do not want to fuck with me today.
and then after
Okay.
you kind of deliver
Good.
that
Good points.
That's a great
After-
voice.
after you deliver that kind of opening gambit, you hear and Lily is starting to translate. You hear in your head sorry, you said you're looking for some help. What's the word I'm looking for?
My
devilish-
benevolence is in short supply. Name your terms. Now.
All right, straight to the point. I respect that. We're looking for the apartment of a powerful mortal judge who apparently resides somewhere around here. If you can, point us in the direction of that apartment.
He's not immortal. He's a devil.
Oh, he says, I'm sorry. Do I keep saying mortal? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
This devilish judge who has an apartment. He resides somewhere near here. And we're trying to find his apartment. In exchange, if you can help us, point us in the right direction, tell us where this apartment is, we have a soul to offer you. A pre-packaged soul. It's organic.
Ethically sourced.
Ethically sourced, organic, non-GMO soul.
You lie.
Well, okay, you're right. I don't know that it was ethically sourced, but I'm going to choose to believe that it was. So, is it really a lie if it's ignorance?
Technicalities. I would see this soul. Or is it you? Or is it your compatriot?
No. Unfortunately, I can promise you that neither of us would be ethically sourced. I will reach into my bag, and I will pull out the soul that I have.
You see the eyes just as much as they can. It's a very kind of smushed face, like very squinty, like lots of folds in the skin. So as much as they can, the eyes go wide. And the hand that had been kind of holding the stump, like instinctively, almost goes in like a receiving gesture before kind of pulling itself back.
Yes,
that is good soul. Can taste it from here.
Oh, it must be ethically sourced then. I say that to Lily. I don't say that to him.
I could help you for 2. Maybe your friend and the soul. You have 10 seconds.
I like a devil that strikes a hard bargain, but let me hit you with one right back at you.
7,
You don't have a
8,
lot of time,
9, 10.
considering what we heard from your big friend that I point the direction the big guy left. Doesn't sound like you have a lot of time to screw around.
And you have no information in a city you don't belong. So I think we are both equally screwed.
Well, hang on a sec. Can I at least finish my thought before you interrupt? I know you're a devil, but come on. Show some class. Can I finish my thought, please?
You don't hear the growling in your head. That's coming from right in front of you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. So, I hear your point, but I'm not convinced you can deliver. What can you show me that you know what it is we seek and where it is?
Give me a persuasion or deception roll.
I will be doing persuasion because that is what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to deceive, and it's also terrible. I have a terrible charisma on will.
I have deduced, for someone like yourself to be wandering this city, you're looking for someone of importance. And anyone of importance, I can direct you to the right place. There is but one answer for you, which I can trade. It is not far, but you will not get there without direction. I can promise you that.
Well, 2 souls for the price of this information. You know what? You strike a hard bargain, and I respect that. If you can lead us to the location we seek, then you shall have your 2 souls. And I kind of nod at y'all, since y'all's carrying the extras.
You look back, and she's like barely watching from around the corner of the alley.
Okay, never mind. I don't look at y'all. I turn around, I see y'all's way back there, and I turn to Lily, and I just nod at Lily. And Lily will show that she also has a soul, so he knows we're legit. And I'll tell you what. I've got one more question for you, and hopefully this isn't a hard one. I'm sure this is something you run into on a daily basis, seeing as you live here in hell. But where could I acquire some hell apples? I've been looking everywhere, and I just can't find them.
No apples.
Yeah, I pull a regular apple out of my bag. It looks just like this, but presumably like on fire and maybe a little more like bloody colored. I don't know. I've never seen one.
I know where hell apples can be found. That is different information and a different place. And it's another soul.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's come back around to the hell apple conversation after we complete our first transaction. I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here.
You wish to be guided? I will take one now, and the other half upon completion.
Seems like a fair trade. And I will take my soul, Will's soul. Not Will's soul. I'll take the soul in Will's bag, and I'll toss it. Well, actually, is it fragile? Do I know if it's fragile?
You have not tested nor asked.
Okay. I take it out. I go to toss it to him, and then I pause. Are these fragile? Like, should I walk this over to you, or can I just toss this? Are we good now? Can I approach you? I'm sorry, I haven't dealt with devils before. This is a new experience for me.
You see he takes like a longer moment to actually like scan you visually.
You are not familiar with what you hold, are you? They are very resilient.
Oh, cool.
The distilled soul is very potent.
I will both walk towards him and also toss it to him.
Without like missing a beat, like just the eyes are on it the entire time. Just like quickly reaches out, clamps both hands around it. The fingers with like their extended kind of devilish length wrap around and kind of fold over it, and he just kind of palms it back and forth, holds it close to his chest, and then secretes it away into a little leather satchel.
We are not far from the Tower of Isha. You can see it from here, but I promise, if you do not follow closely, the shifting walls of this city will never let you reach it. I assume subtlety is your preference, yes?
You assume correctly.
Stay close. No backstabbing. We have a deal.
Yes, we do. I will not betray that deal. I'll wave y'all up. Like, come on, get up here, y'all. And then I don't know if it's going to matter. I don't even know if I can do this, but am I allowed to include him in my pass without trace?
That's done when you cast it. So your targets, I mean, you can double check me on this one, but I believe the way that's written, it's when you cast the spell, it affects the people that you intend it to, but it cannot then be like continued to share or pull back. If people leave the area of influence, then it won't affect them anymore, but I don't think you could just lump in a new target that, wasn't there when you initially cast.
Okay, well here's the thing. Here's what I'll say. I'll read it. Actually, hang on. Can't I post it? Is it this one? Yeah.
Nope.
So it says, masking me and my companions. For the duration, each creature that I choose within 30 feet. So...
10 bonus to stealth checks and can't be tracked.
To me, that kind of reads as like, if I cast it, but then I like came across somebody, like I can't talk right now, a companion, and I could then include a new companion as long as it's still within that hour that I cast it. But
yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. So I'll also improve his sneakiness.
Okay, I'd say, yeah, you guys have not been here that long. You're probably watching that and then having this conversation with him. You're probably 10 minutes through the hour of the spell.
Okay, cool.
That being said, though, I would like all three to make a con save.
Con save. Right. Let's see. Ooh, that hurt for Lily.
Okay. Lily is... Will, you did all right. It's not super high. I think the DC is 12. I'll double check that.
Okay.
Lily is rapidly dehydrating in the heat and oppressive nature of the plane. You're still doing all right. Y'all is still doing all right. But in about the same amount of time again, like in another 10 to 20 minutes. There's going to be another con save. If she fails that one, she's going to take a point of exhaustion.
Okay. Will hand her an apple. Eat this quickly, and make sure you save all the juice.
Okay.
And Lily will eat the apple.
You guys are so in sync. Okay, so the go ahead and make a. Well, here he's leading. It doesn't really make sense to make a survival check because you've got a guide. So this is going to be. We're going to make another group stealth check with the Pass Without a Trace app.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Dude. You stop just pressing the 20 button.
Hang on, am I cheating? Did I
Oh,
break stealth?
Are you the baddie?
Well, so you rolled a 14 on your persuasion check, so not all d20s are coming out as
That's true. Okay.
as 20.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I just want you to know I've rolled over 100 total now. That's 3 39s.
That's ridiculous. Okay, and then our demon friend is also going to get a fair bit of. Oh, they rolled great too. In addition to the Pass Without a Trace, they belong here anyway. So it's more about trying not to look suspicious, sir. In a city of devils, as he. So you start to be led. He'll kind of swap between walking and kind of doing these weird short hops with wing flutters to kind of move himself along, and then we'll beckon you down a side alley really quickly as you start to hear commotion up ahead on the street. You duck through one kind of archway, and as you do, and he's kind of motioning to hurry up. As you do, the entire structure that was on the other side of that archway, suddenly the alley disappears because two rooms just collide and then start grinding past some very bizarre train that is moving down the street, and you start to notice this distant grinding sound coming from other directions, as you realize that the city itself, the entire layout, is slowly in motion, just continuing to kind of shuffle.
Yeah, I feel like we're in the Maze Runner now. This sounds awesome.
So the camera kind of starts in that alleyway over your shoulder, and then just kind of does this quick sweep and then lift up into the sky as it starts to give this wide aerial view of the slums that you're moving through, and all of these chunks of it just kind of shifting ever so slightly, some in large motions, others just kind of rotating a little bit or closing together, and the camera swirls several thousand feet up into the air and then turns and looks at this tower that you're slowly making your way towards and jumps in through this random window. And we come back to the intern group who just watched Jeff disappear. And Lucky is ritually casting his Detect Magic. Are Wivash or Gumbo doing anything during that time that needs specific calling out?
I am waiting for the magic man to do his thing.
Yeah, I guess I can't really help with the magic stuff. So
am I done with my ritual?
Yeah, if there was nothing else they wanted to do specifically in that 10 minutes, we're just going to go ahead and let you complete that.
Okay,
so yeah, you've got.
I'm gonna start walking around the room, checking what all is registering as magic.
So you definitely get a hit from the 2 windows with the silver thread up. There's I forget what school of magic Alarm is in. It's the Abjuration, I think, is the protective magics, right?
I believe yes.
So yeah, you're getting that Abjuration magic off the windows. You've got the portal, the door itself to the room is a very intense. There's multiple schools coming off of that. It looks like there are layers of enchantment on that space to let it work the way it does. There's just like some mild enchantment in the carpet has like a faint like black light glow to it throughout the whole thing. I don't I'm not quite sure how you would categorize it, but it's like Scotch guarded basically. So there's some magic put into the carpet.
It's got a very very tiny evocation on it that auto destroys dirt.
And then there is like the staff mounted above the fireplace is like the staff and the
non-existent
mount
staff
itself are no, they're so it is a physical object there, and it is
I thought it disappeared with Jeff.
magic. Nope, just Jeff disappeared as he touched it. So it's still there. There's this one glowing like what would be?
And the staff itself is glowing.
Yes.
So I figured this would just be a replica or some shit. It's like, yeah, you're gonna come try to take this shit. You're gonna go for the easy, quick. That's not it.
Right. Let me hold on. I want to make sure I get this one right. I know what I'm thinking of, but I don't know the name of it. This is. Hold on. It's not right. Oh. Yeah, there's a conjuration spell on the staff.
Do we know if what the staff is, would that be something that coincides with like, okay, that should be it, or is this like it's something summoned to look like the staff to sit in its place?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana roll. Gumbo, you can probably get in on this too.
Sure.
I have to describe it what I'm seeing because she doesn't have this spell on.
You don't describe it very well.
You see this thing with you just kind of giving you abilities instead of having to study for them. You got to work for that.
So the School of Conjuration both includes the creation of items as well as transport. Based on your Arcana, the 2 things. It doesn't match with the artifact in the way that you were told it works. Like the ability of this item of the true artifact is not a conjured object. It is, somehow maybe it's sentient, but it carries much older, deeper energy and influence. But the enchantment that you are reading off of the detect magic is similar to your like your dimension doors, your misty step, your teleport.
Hey, thank you for the sub, Jeff.
Woo!
Yeah, I think this is just to lure people in. Those who are going to be a little bit greedy, kind of like Jeff was it? Not Jeff in chat, but Jeff the retarded college student. Yeah, so they're going to reach up, go for the quick, easy one, and probably got poofed away to a prison cell somewhere to be interrogated. But I don't think that's what we're looking for. We gotta look quick.
Yes, if it is as you say, there's no telling whether or not you'll spill the beans on what we're actually doing here.
Do you think it'd be safe to cast spells on it? Like, I could levitate it?
I don't think that's what we're looking for. I don't think we need to waste our time with it. I mean, think about it. If you're going to put all these protections in, and this is something that's super, super valuable and sought after, you're not going to leave it in the open. So start looking for like secret doors.
How big is this room?
It's probably 20 feet from the entrance to the wall with the windows, and 50 feet from the fireplace to the far end, at the other end of the table / bedroom area.
From the window to the wall.
It's like a very fancy efficiency flat.
Okay. I have an idea. I'm going to close my eyes, and when I open them, they are glowing this ghostly blue. And I'm going to use
Holy
my
shit
gaze ability.
Sorry,
What?
I was watching a roll in the tower. You were using your what ability?
I'm using ghostly gaze.
Okay.
It's one of my invocations. I can see through solid objects up to a range of 30 feet. I have dark vision within the range if I don't have it already. Especially that's for 1 minute. During that time, you perceive objects as ghostly, transparent images. So I can see through objects, basically.
Okay.
I'm looking for secret compartments. I'm looking for this cool stick, if I can find it anywhere. Looking through walls.
Okay. Yeah, so with that in place, go ahead and give me your investigation roll.
Ooh, that's not good. Lucky help. I'm phoning a friend.
Okay.
Lucky, you rolled great on your investigation. What are you investigating in particular?
I'm just looking for just searching the room for like secret compartments, hidden doors, something that's going to be out, that not obvious. And what were you doing, Gumbo?
Do you have any spare important dice?
No. What were you doing? What are you
I
trying
know
to
the need.
accomplish?
The same thing, but she's got X-ray vision on right now. So she used her ghostly gaze ability. Everything's kind of ethereal, and she's looking through everything within a 30-foot radius.
Wait. That's a one. Before I don't have to use portent. I give you finger guns. Halfling's luck. I think is what it's called. Bountiful luck.
You mystically lend to your companions.
How excellent.
Say, how's it going over there? And I just kind of wink and give you finger guns.
Very bad. You know what?
Oh my god!
Actually,
Hey, Katy.
Okay,
We're on
for the
fire
record-
this is
tonight.
what I'm
For the
saying.
record,
It's 1s or
guys.
20s.
You both rolled a 20 on your investigation roll.
We find the staff and we just walk out with it. There you go.
The alarm
You
immediately
are-
goes off because we're very specifically not supposed to walk out the front door.
So you are absolutely certain that the staff is nowhere else in this room, based on that check. However, you do find a you see you specifically, Gumbo, with your ethereal view, you see that through oh, was it? Now I'm second guessing myself. I don't think this is a written down note. I think this is like, oh yeah, that'll be a good plan. You notice, because it's now ethereal, in the quite wide fireplace, there is a pile of charred bone, and in the center of that pile of bone is a undamaged leather bag. Small, like dice pouch size bag.
I'll poke my stick through the ashes, kind of drag it out.
And that's a raging fire. Just
does it detect magic?
Yeah, whatever.
You would get a hit off of it, yes. I think it's also conjuration magic, but I'm not sure. It is an enchanted item.
Can you mage hand
So
it out of there?
Yeah, how do you want to do that, Gumbo? Because would you
Could
poke
just
your
make
walking
it.
stick into a large, still roaring fire?
As long as it's not heavy, you should be able to just pick it up.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna mage hand that thing instead. That's a good idea. That's smart.
Yeah, easy enough since you can see exactly where it is. Oh yeah, because your ghostly gaze is not a concentration spell. That's an effect of your pact, right?
It is concentration.
Okay, so you
I
have to
don't think
drop
it's a
that to
spell,
pick it
though.
up. Oh wait, does Mage Hand needs concentration as well, doesn't it?
Mage Hand
no,
is not
mage hand is just
concentration.
1 minute.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because it's pretty limited.
Yeah, it's just a cantrip.
Yeah, then just making sure that you didn't have to make a guess and swap one for the other. So yeah, you manage to pick up the leather satchel or pouch and pull it back out towards the group.
Careful, it might be hot. It's definitely hot.
It's okay, my armor has fire resistance. My armor, which I am not wearing. Never mind.
I'm gonna hold it up to Wyvosh.
You just said it was hot. Why would I touch it?
Well, we have to touch it, don't we? Here, I only have one hand. I mean, I can. If you wanna.
Wait, is it got a drawstring or something?
Yes.
Here, let's work in conjunction. I cast Mage Hand too, so
Oh,
we can
yes.
open it up with our two Mage Hands.
Collaboration. I like it.
So as you open it with mage hands, it just appears to be an empty small satchel. So it's got you notice on the outside it's kind of got all these images of like magical creatures and like heroic figures kind of stitched into the leather.
This is a bag of holding.
Now, does it look like doesn't one of us have like a bag of like to throw critters out? Does it look the same?
I think Tony did.
Yeah, one of us.
So it gives you a similar vibe. It gives you a similar vibe to the one that had the fuzzballs.
I'm trying to look to see if
not
I
quite
picked
the
that
same.
up, or if Will does Will have that?
Let's see. I don't see any bags.
Pack of playing cards coated in chili powder.
But I know I've seen that, so I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of us
I
has got
do
something like that.
think-
It's I think you can just rip off a little
Oh,
pouch.
it's in the party sheet, the bag of tricks. I guess we just never assigned it to a new person. It's just in the party sheet.
Well, that's
Gotcha.
not what we're looking for, but nifty. Lucky, do you have message? Or what's it called? Sending?
I read a story about a lady who perfected that.
You know, I heard the same story actually.
Let me look. Maybe, I don't know. Or is that a
It'd
second
be nice
level?
to have
or-
third level.
Do what?
Third level.
Third? I do not have sending.
How a wizard are you?
One that doesn't like to talk to people remotely.
Yeah, not a very
Prefer
good
to
one,
talk
apparently.
face to face.
Yeah, we just don't have any way to check on good old Jeff. That's a bummer.
But even if we had sending, it probably wouldn't to reach him. I think they have probably some pretty strict containments. Now, your
Right about this
your
time-
ability to see through is that ethereal, or is it just makes things translucent only? Can you actually see in another plane?
Let me check. It is
Or
not
is-
ethereal.
Does it see invisible objects? Or anything?
No.
Yeah, because I can do something kind of similar. My eyes will glow, but I gotta pick if it's ethereal or invisible. Which you think would look best?
Oh gosh, I think either might be handy.
About this time, Gumbo, you hear the effect or the equivalent of like someone picking up the mic and like tapping.
Is this thing on?
Uh,
I
guys.
don't know where I am. I can see the staff way up a spiral staircase. Please help.
Jeff, is that you?
I touched the.
Can you hear us?
This just came through to Gumbo's head.
Oh, okay.
I startle severely.
You tapped the microphone for telepathy.
As a DM
Like,
ends for us,
very-
y'all have to touch the staff to go do the next part.
Very paranoid looking around. Jeff?
I don't know what
Jeff,
to- Go ahead.
come in.
Jeff's not here. Now, are you saying this in your head or out loud?
Out loud. Like looking around.
Jeff's not here. We saw him disappear.
Just, I heard him just now. He said he was in a room and he saw the staff, but it was up high.
Yeah, I just kind of cut my eyes at Wabash. Did you hear anything, big guy?
No.
Maybe it's some spell. You're starting to maybe kind of lose it or something.
You know, maybe he
Yeah, well-
has sending.
How much of that gristle
never-
did you eat? Was there something in that? Maybe you shouldn't have put in your mouth.
Oh, I didn't touch the. I didn't touch the.
Yeah, I saw the grease on your lips. I know you's at least tasting it. I'm trying to get like
Okay,
I
but
wanted to do it myself.
no. Listen, it just looked good,
It could've been a
and
human.
I had never seen it before. No, it didn't taste like human.
So you know what human tastes like. Okay, that's good.
Sorry,
I'll put that in my memory
I'm
bank.
gonna go touch this stick. I think.
Yeah, maybe
because
you shouldn't do that because you're gonna be in a prison along with Jeff.
no. It didn't. It didn't sound like he was in a prison.
Yeah, well, we don't hear him, so maybe they're trying to trick you.
Well, do you have any better ideas?
No, but do you know it was Jeff for sure? And it wasn't in a prison. He said he could.
It's
What did it look like? Can you talk to him back? Is this Jeff in the room with us now?
he hasn't responded again.
So was it kind of a one-off? Maybe you were wishful thinking? You're just talking to yourself?
I think we're gonna have to start taking some risks here if we want to make any progress.
Well, obviously we haven't found it in the room.
It's not in here. We checked very thoroughly. I think maybe that stick takes you somewhere else. Maybe where it actually is.
What do you think, Wash? I think it's a bad idea personally.
I think I'm willing to trust Gumbo. At least for
No,
now.
I trust Gumbo, I just don't trust this thing. Or where we're at.
Well, I vote
I
to
flip a
touch it.
coin.
It's
Okay.
not like I want to touch it, but what other options do we have right now?
Heads. Not
Flip a
doing
coin
it.
to do
Tails.
what,
I say
man?
fuck it. What does it come up? Or do you want me to roll?
Well, I don't have a. Let's see.
Give the GM like
Low.
plot mode.
Do you? Okay. Low or high?
Low. Always low.
Sorry. So wait, no. Okay, so low is heads, high is tails.
Okay.
Tails.
All right, fuck it, let's go. And I reach out and touch it.
Okay, maybe one of us should stay here?
So you
Just in
watch
case?
Lucky just disappear as well, and you see a second similar like light start to glow on the right next to the first one on the mount. Lucky, you like immediately like land. It's like a 6-inch drop, basically, and you see Jeff about 4 feet in front of you, looking kind of around and up. And as you start to take in your space, you notice you're in kind of a. It's got some pocket dimension energy. The floor is entirely like a metal grill, as are the walls around you. You seem to be in like an antechamber, like 5 feet to a side. Or no, he's already a little further away. So like a 10 by 10 antechamber. You can see there's a larger, what looks to be like circular room out to the front of you, and a little bit below. And as you start to scan around, you see that the circular, or it's a cylindrical space with similar like walls and like broken segments of stairwell, all made of this like metallic fence, grill, like girded iron kind of operation that reaches, dozens of feet up vertically, and then there seems to be like a glowing bit of energy a fair ways up, but there's immediately like a visual vibe of like a large circular spiral staircase that is not completely contiguous. But yeah, for Gumbo and Wavash's sake, he disappeared the second he touched it.
Anybody following me?
Well, I'm not particularly good with. You and Lucky are the ones with magical eyes. Perhaps you should go and I should stay.
Yeah, okay. Could you give me a boost though? I can't reach it.
Okay.
Thank you.
If it's on a mantle, I'm sure I had to get a chair or something to do that as well.
So Wavash lifts you up.
I suppose if someone comes along, maybe I should also go in. Do we have a plan for that? Because they're gonna wonder where everyone else went.
Just tell them we went on a potty break, and we'll be back soon.
Now here's the interesting thing: does she just disappear because Wyvosh is holding her? There's a conduit kind of thing, and they both go.
Well, that's what I was trying to clarify. Are you holding her up? Like,
Yes,
did you just lift her up? Yeah, so that you came along with. So the camera remaining in the room where you guys just were watches you lift her up, she touches it, you both immediately disappear, and then it zooms into the mantle kind of forebodingly, and two more lights glow on so there's now a row of 4 glowing like discs between the two clawed hands that are holding this. And you guys find yourselves in this room.
I hate that place.
I don't like what it's called. I don't think I like it here. I have immediate regrets.
So you, Gumbo and Wavash also land fairly close to you, Lucky. And Jeff has turned around.
Oh, thank goodness! You got my message. I only had the one scroll, so I couldn't really explain how it worked. I'm sorry. I heard your response, Gumbo, but I couldn't do much with. Hi, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I am not used to getting messages.
For the record, you can respond to a sending spell with up to 25 words of your own.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I spotted well, I could see a couple things. There's a large eye in the center of the floor out there, but it hasn't done anything so far. It just kind of looks around, and then there's these staircase, but like not. It's not connected everywhere. There's some gaps going all the way up there, but I'm pretty sure I squinted my eyes real hard. I think I saw maybe the real one at the top. I think we just got to get up there. I think we'll be fine. Yeah.
Jeff, you're doing great. Couldn't have done this without you, man.
Technically, you were the first one to find the thing we needed, so...
Yeah, I figured you was in some sort of prison or something, or being incinerated, disintegrated, something really not pleasant.
Nope. So actually, just been kind of bored. Not much is happening in here, but I think I'm gonna need.
Yeah, sorry, we just kind of screwed around for a while.
Yeah, we kind of just wrote you off immediately, to be honest.
So how
As
far?
you guys,
we can't reach the next part.
So this was what was going to be hard to do
It's kind
on
of
a 2D
2D
map.
plane here, and trying to
Yeah.
look at the 3 dimension.
So here, let me. I gotta fix visibility on one thing just so we have. This is gonna be more of like a visual aid. Where we go, mask. I think I can. Okay, so that's your vertical distance to travel. That should match up with the grid. So you got 5 feet of height. every stop going all the way up that. And your goal is reaching the top. However, going up that will involve going around the, and I've got this marked on the tablet that I had last weekend in Texas, and still hadn't come up with a good way to visually indicate like where those were. Oh shit! Hold on. Cats again. Shit.
Oh no, cat attack.
Well, I'm gonna have to give you medication soon too. Shit. Okay, so yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, it's working on 2:00. This may be a good spot to put a pin in it now that you guys dropped in there. We can
Yeah.
pick it up next time, but I want to cover. So like, you can't see what I'm doing with my mouse on this. What's a good way? Let me get in drawing mode here.
Arrows.
Yeah, something. Play mode, token selection, default,
Right click
targeting.
and just
Oh,
go to
drawing. There we
draw.
go. So, yeah, okay. Okay, I think I'm in drawing mode. Let me zoom in. So, what you can see is like the first 5 feet does have like. Oh, what color am I drawing in? How can I tell? Drawing. Nope. How do I go to drawing color? Oh yeah, it's black.
It's based on your dye color, but you should be able to adjust that. There should be a. I haven't done it in a while. There should be a place where you pick pointer colors.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So you've got stairs going up this first 5 feet, and that's going to be kind of over here. And then that breaks off. And then there's like a 10-foot gap.
I'm not seeing any markings.
Oh, why is this not shown? In play. Does anybody see colors? Oh, it doesn't even show that you're on the map, Lucky. How does that work? I only see one token in the corner.
I don't see any
Hold on.
tokens.
If I try to do... If I place you here, can you see it now?
I see me. I could see
Okay,
when
darn,
you
it's not-
scribbled in black, but
Yeah, that's
whatever
weird.
you're doing now, I don't see. Like, are you trying to do the drawing on a layer? Or are you using the pointers? And stuff?
I'm doing drawing.
Yeah, because we'll just use the little pointer things where you can pick like, okay, is there five? Okay, I see a yellow squiggle.
That wasn't me.
It's my squiggle.
Do you see the green?
I put
No,
the
that's
green
showing up as new
square over
painting
there.
layers.
Is that 5 foot? How it's supposed to be?
Yeah. That's weird. So your lines are showing up. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Drawing. Enter
So if
drawing
you're
mode.
on a drawing layer on the map.
Oh,
that's-
so that, yeah. I changed my color in paint, but it's still like it's stuck to my dice color if I actually enter drawing mode. Here. Wait, no, but my dice color isn't black, it's blue. This is very strange. I'll have to figure this out. No. Clear drawing. So, yes, you've got stairs this first 5 feet, and they are over here. And then they just kind of stop.
And it goes, it's like the perimeter of the room is the spiral.
Yes. It's anywhere. It varies from like 5 to 8 feet wide from the outer wall. The outer wall is also like cage material, like you see in the floor. The one other thing that you'll pick up is that They're like through the floor. You do start to notice there is just a pile. Just the floor below the grating just appears to be littered with bone, just charred bone remnants.
Ominous.
And you start to hear effectively like the sound of a pilot light.
Yeah, we're in a big incinerator. I think we better make our way up to the top, get out.
And I think that's where the kind of commercial break pause is going to happen on the scene in here. So I think we'll put a pin in it for now, because I also got to medicate the cat, among other things. And we will pick back up in the courtroom next time we meet.
Cool. Well, thank you for running, sir. It's cool to get back to these characters. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. Very appreciated. Thank you, Chuck, for the sub. And if anyone would like to catch replays on this campaign or any of our other ones, you can do so on YouTube and Rumble. Likes, follow, shares, appreciated. And if you'll hang on through the credits, I'll find us someone to raid, and you can catch us live on Tuesday night with Kelsto's game. So have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.
Good night, Internet.
Good night.
All
Good night.